Hey everybody, welcome to Country Girl. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you my Easter decorations and how I have put them up in my home. I don't really do a whole lot of decorating throughout my whole house. The main rooms that I decorate are my dining room and my living room, and then I might sprinkle a few things here and there in my kitchen. But I did put them out a little bit different this year than I usually do, and I also have a lot of items that I have made over the last couple years that I am incorporating in my decor as well. So I just thought that y'all might like to see how I've got everything set up, and maybe it'll give you some ideas on some things that you can do for your home. So starting out in my living room, I'm going to start with the fireplace, and this is everything that I've got on my hearth and how I have it decorated. This little sign came from the Dollar Tree this year, and I have got it setting up on a speaker that is part of our surround sound system in our living room. And then this little piece here, I got this jar at Target Dollar Spot a few years ago. I love this. I keep it out all year round, and I just put the vase filler that I picked up this year at the Dollar Tree in that. This little bunny here, along with her companion over here, come from the Cracker Barrel, and I did get them on clearance one year for $10 a piece. The little wood flowers that they have beside of them, I did pick up that several years ago at ABC Distributing. And then I've also got these little vintage buckets. I think I may have got those at the Christmas tree shop. I cannot remember. This one has little chicks on it, and then this one over here just has little bunnies. And I did have some eggs last year that we dyed. These are not really styrofoam eggs. I don't really know how to explain what they are or what they're made out of, but they were eggs that you could purchase and dye, but they're not real eggs, of course. And then this is my 3-tier tray. I didn't really do a whole lot. I just kept it very simple. I kept my little houses in there that I picked up from the Dollar Tree this year, and then just added some carrots. I think I got a bundle of those carrots. There were 3 in a pack I picked up from Target Dollar Spot. A lot of the stuff that I've got come from Target, the Dollar Tree, Big Lots, and Cracker Barrel. But I will let you know if I can remember where everything came from. This sign propped up on the fireplace. The wood part come from Target last year. I think it was like $5. And I just hung a little sign from the Dollar Tree on that. Then this is my sewing basket that sits here all the time, and I just stuck a little bunny on that one. And then backing off, as far as this little spring sign, I partially made it. The wood part of the sign, or the little banner, come from Target Dollar Spot. And then the word spring, I did print that out from a Word document. And then I just used the lead pencil on the back to trace it and cut it out with some scrapbook paper. And I did attach the word or the letters to each piece using removable glue dots, so that I can take those off if I want to. And if I wanted to leave those on, I would just, could just flip the banner around and it would be blank on the other side. But there is enough places there to do Easter or spring, and I did choose to do spring this year. And then moving on to my mantle, this here, this little angel here is holding a bunny. She kind of makes me think of those willow pieces, but she is not. I'm not really sure where she came from because I've had her quite a while, but I really think she's pretty. I like to put her out in the spring just because she is holding a little bunny. The hello sign I picked up from Target a few years ago, and I just thought that would look pretty there because it's like saying hello spring with the banner here. And then these are the vintage blocks that I made last year using the Dollar Tree Jenga blocks, and I will put a video down below so that you can check that out if you want to see how I did that, and also an iCard. And then these little doves here, or birds, came from Michael's one year. I really like these. And I set these out for Valentine's Day and Easter and spring. I just think they're really beautiful. I like the detail on them. And then these are the other blocks that I did. These have more of the darker color to it, whereas I left those white. I just kind of wanted to make them a little bit different. And then this piece here is one of my religious pieces that came in a series at Home Interior years ago. And I do have 3 of those, and this is Jesus with Mary by the cross. And then this ceramic cross here also, this came from Cracker Barrel. So I have had a lot of these pieces for quite a long time. This is my cotton stems, and I have had them up for, I try and keep them out as long as I possibly can. These little pink blooms that's inside, I did get those at the Christmas tree shop this year. They were like $1.29 a bundle, and I do have 2 bundles mixed in there. I just thought that would just add a little bit of spring to that. This little pillow here I made this year. I got the material at Walmart. They sell some fat quarters, and they sell those for 97 cents each. And so I did get 2, the little design on the front of the little bunny faces. And then also on the back, they also, when they put those out, they try and pair up ones that match. And I've got dog hair on this pillow because this is where he likes to lay in the sun. But I just basically just turned them inside out and sewed them together, stuffed them, and closed up the end. And I just think that pillow is absolutely adorable. And then these little pieces here, this come from Big Lots. And I really like this little miniature set. It's just a little family, bunny, mom, and dad. She's playing the violin. He's got some roses, and the little kids are down there on the ground playing with their Easter eggs. And I just really like that. The little birds in the tree, and it's got its little nest of eggs in there too. So I've got that sitting on my end table that is in between my chair where I sit and this chair over here. And then as far as my couch, I just have this little pillow here that says spring, happy spring. And, you know, that's all I really have there. We sit on this furniture so much. I'm not big at putting tons of pillows all over everything, so I try and keep it as simple as I can. And then this is the coffee table. And I have a Lazy Susan in the center here, and I keep this here all the time and decorate it. And I really like it because whether you're sitting on the couch or you're sitting on the love seat in the living room, you can always see what is on here because you can spin this around. So if I'm sitting on the couch and I want to look at my decorations, I can just spin it around to face me. So I really like having that here. I did pick up this Lazy Susan at Goodwill for like, I think it was like $2 or $3. And this little bunny that's sitting on here, he came from Big Lots. He is resin and very heavy. The little wheelbarrow behind him also came from Big Lots. And of course the little carrots that's beside of him come from the Dollar Tree. I use those in my decor. I just kind of sprinkle them around in various areas, and it just, I think, adds to whatever I've got sitting out. This little chick down here is just a little pipe cleaner type chick. He came in a pack with a bunch of other ones, but so far he's the only one that has survived. So I did stick him down there. I think he looks cute sitting there with a bigger bunny. And then over here is just a candy dish with some little chicks sitting on the corners of a cabbage leaf. And that, I believe, came from Michael's, and I think my mother purchased that for me. And then over here on my entertainment center, I'm gonna back off first to show you like everything as a whole as much as I can. And then I'll go over each individual thing that I've got on here. And I'm gonna start with what's on top. Every year for Easter, I always put out my religious things. This is Jesus praying in the Garden of Gethsemane. And I love all of these pieces. Of course, you could leave these out year round, but this little tray back here, I picked it up at the Target dollar spot. It was $5 a couple years ago. I love this. I actually leave it here most of the time. It's just a tray. And behind it is a speaker for my husband's surround sound in here. So it kind of blocks that, but it also gives some definition to whatever decor I'm putting up in front of it. But this little piece here, this is just like a little votive candle, and I need to put one in it. But my mother gave this to me several years ago, and I just thought this was really pretty. And I've got it sitting on this little pedestal that I did pick up from the Target dollar spot last year. But they're always putting these little pedestals out, so if you happen to see them, they are so wonderful for decorating. And then back here is just, you know, one of the vine wreaths from the Dollar Tree that I had used for something else. And I did put it back here because it kind of made me think of like his crown of thorns, although there are no thorns on it. So, you know, that's missing, but, you know, for the most part, I think it really helps to set the scene for that. And then here I've got this cute little church. This is wooden, and then the glass inside is stained glass, or painted glass to look like stained glass. And this is you can put like a candle back here. Again, I have not put candles into anything yet, so I definitely need to do that. But I like setting this up with these little bunnies here because they just look like they're coming out of church. And those bunnies are very old. My mother gave those to me. I don't know if it was her set or my grandmother's set, but there were two of them, and I got one of them. And I put these out every year because they are just so precious. And, you know, I like vintage like stuff. Now these pieces here, I'm not sure if these are called lamb's ear, what they are, but they're real fuzzy. And I did get two of those, and I'm wanting to say that I got those at Target dollar spot last year. Of course, they weren't $1; they were probably $5, and then or $3 a piece. I don't really remember. And then this piece here, my mother had created that for me several years ago, using some flowers that was in a bigger arrangement. She just broke them down. She made me one and her one. And then I just went through and just stuck some little eggs in there to give it more of an Easter vibe. And then over here, I needed something to fill this spot because I like everything to be symmetrical. And so I did put this candle thing. I don't know if this is really called a hurricane vase or not, but I've got a party light candle in that, and I do need to burn that because I love the smell of that candle. And then I just took this really cute little figurine piece here and set it in front of it. I thought those were really cute. They just look like little fuzzy bunnies. This either come from the Dollar Tree or from Big Lots years ago. I cannot remember. But that is there. And the other part of my scene for you know, the religious aspect of this holiday, which is what it's all about, is the stone that's rolled away. I think that this actually came from Cracker Barrel years ago. I got my sister one, or I can't remember if I bought her one for her birthday or she bought it herself. I think I got it for her. And so I did get that, and I love it. I put that out every year. I put that up on the pedestal. I also put this little word hope. My niece gave this to me, I think, one year for Christmas, and it may have come from Marshall's or TJ Maxx, but you know, Jesus rising from the grave and you know, dying for our sins is what gives us hope. And so I just thought that was very fitting to put that there. And then this cross here is a wooden cross that I picked up one year at a crafts fair. It is very old. I have probably had this for at least 15 plus years. And the way this is designed, it actually will close up flat. And then, you know, you just push it out how you want it to go. You can turn it this way so that it's actually recessed in. And I have put candles here before, or you can turn it this way where it's standing out. But I just really like how that's set up. I think the way I decorated this year, I like it better than any other year that I have done. And in the corner of my television, or my television stand, the corner of my TV, I do have this cute little bird cage here. I'm not really quite sure where I got this from, but I don't think I spent more than $1 for it. I do need to put a tea light candle in there. A lot of these things that I have, I just need to put my candles in them and light them up. This little bunny here, he came from Cracker Barrel, and I really like him. He's got this really pearl shiny type look to him, and I just thought he would look cute sitting there. And on the other side of the TV, I have this little sign that I picked up this year from the Dollar Tree. It just says, "This chick's ready for Easter." And I thought that would look cute sitting there. Now on this bottom shelf here, I bought this little piece. It says "Grow." And I did get that at the Target dollar spot. That was probably $3. I bought that a couple years ago. These little bunnies here, my gosh, these are my favorite, one of my favorite pieces. Again, they go out every year. I call these my little garden bunnies. And I did pick those up at Dollar Tree years ago, before I was an avid Dollar Tree shopper. And so they are just made so good. Those are resin. This little tin can that's there came from Party Light years ago. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that. Again, I've got some of these little wood flowers. It looks like tulips. And I just put a little resin bunny sitting there sniffing a tulip. And on this little coffee table here, it just sits beside our love seat. I have this basket, in case you're wondering what this is, that I bought from the Dollar Tree, and we put our remote controls in that. I love it. It's just so nice. I usually keep that sitting on the floor, but we use it so much it just ends up on this table. This right here is just a glass bunny. It's like a candy dish that I picked up at Cracker Barrel. And then this piece here is really beautiful. This also came from Cracker Barrel, and it's just a wheelbarrow with little bunnies crawling all over it and little bluebirds. Probably need to tighten those down with a little bit of glue, but you just put a votive in that, and I just love that. I think it's really beautiful. Okay, so basically this is my kitchen. I don't really do a lot of decorating for Easter for my kitchen. I mainly only do the dining room and the living room, like I said, but I do I will put out some little pot holders, and then I also put a towel on my stove that is, you know, spring. And you know, I'll use a little spring colors or something like that for my dishcloth and dish towel. Over here, I did put the picture that I made out of a card from Dollar Tree last year, I think it was, and some little carrots. I love those little carrots. You can just accent so many different areas with that. This is where I fix my coffee at in the mornings. And this is just my counter with my butter crock, my tomatoes, and some mandarin oranges. And then up here on this air fryer, I've got these little bunnies here. I was going to give those to my mother to put in her room, but I think she's got enough decorations. And then on my pantry door over here, I just put this little bunny that I got from the Dollar Tree. And there really wasn't much to do to this little bunny. I thought he was very cute just the way he was. So I did leave him just like that, even with a little plastic bow. And so now I'm going to go ahead and move into the dining room area. And I'll just start with my table first. Right now I've just got a tablecloth on my table, and the reason why is because we use our table so much that when I put a centerpiece or anything like that in the middle of my table, I'm constantly having to move it so that we can eat and do other things. And so I just put a tablecloth here, that way I could just take it off and put it back on as needed. I bought this tablecloth at Aldi a little while ago. They had gray, pink, and then this really pretty blue color. So now this is my microwave, and I just got these two little bunnies sitting on top of my microwave. I think these little bunnies are really cute. I bought these years ago at Walmart, and they're resin, and they have these really cute little fuzzy ears. So I did put them there. And then over here, this isn't really an Easter decoration. I keep these little salt and pepper shakers out every day. And I think I bought those from ABC Distributing. And then moving on to my buffet, this is the main area that I decorate every year. I absolutely love how I've got this set up. I apologize, there is a mirror behind here. So unfortunately, you're going to see a busier background, but I'm going to go over each individual thing that I've got on my buffet so that you can see each item up close. And of course I'm going to be in some of the shots too. But this piece here I made a couple years ago. This little bunny did come from Target, and I think I may have paid $5 for him or her. And the flowers of course come from Dollar Tree. This little chick here is felt, and he came from Target. Now he may have paid like $3 for him. And then this sign, Spring is in the Air, I picked that up at the Dollar Tree a year or two ago. This piece here is one of my favorites. I did make this a couple years ago. I have got a video showing where I do that, and I will link that down below, and also put an iCard up. So if you were interested in how I make this, you can definitely see that. You can probably tell on the bottom here that it's set a little bit uneven. So I do have some little felt furniture sticky tabs that I put on the bottom of that. Of course, this piece here I made this year, and I will also link a video for that one down below. I absolutely love this centerpiece, and it's probably one of the most favorite things that I've got this year, just because of the bright colors and how everything just pops. I really love how it's put together, and I'm going to move this out of the way so that you can kind of see it a little bit better, but it does set kind of like on a base, and I did that because I wanted it to be elevated, and I did want to be able to put decorations around it without hiding the actual flowers. And these little bunnies right here I got at Target a couple years ago, and I think these were $5 a piece. They do have little flat bottoms. And then this over here I made a couple years ago using mostly Dollar Tree stuff. The pedestal that it's sitting on did come from Target, and then the little bunny come from Walmart. All the little eggs and the greenery, as well as the vine wreath, came from the Dollar Tree. And I just put 2 vine wreaths together, and I just kind of stuffed some moss in between them so it looked like it was growing in between them, and then put some flowers and little eggs around the bunny. Of course, I've got me another chick here. And then this I also made this little flowers and garden pot from the Dollar Tree. I used their grass that they had. I don't know if I've seen any of this for sale this year. And then I just stuck some little eggs down in there like it's hiding in the grass. Of course, the grass kind of like folded over a little bit because it's been in storage, but I still think it looks really pretty. And then I put a little resin bunny on this pedestal here. So anyway, I do have some fairy lights behind here. I'll cut them on and see if I can get them to work. I haven't cut them on yet. I don't know how good you can see them, but I did put some fairy lights on the back side, and I might have to like restring those so that they kind of show up a little bit better. But my buffet does have lights on the top, so it kind of illuminates all this stuff anyway. But the greenery that I've got around here, I did purchase that from Amazon, and I will leave a link for that below if you're interested. I love this greenery, and I did get it mainly because I was using it for Madeline's 16th birthday party. We did her a bohemian theme party, and I did do a little bit of recording on that, and I might post that at some other time. But I like it so much I just left it up, and so that is what I have around the buffet area. I just hung this little egg right here on one of these knobs. I love this little egg. It looks very vintage. I think my mother gave that to me, and not really sure what it's made out of, but it's very lightweight. So I do have that hanging there. And then on the top of my buffet, I just got like a little welcome spring sign, and I think I may have gotten that at Big Lots years ago. And then just to show you my little fairy, I may have been calling her an angel, I don't know, but my sister bought that for me one year for Christmas, and I liked her so much. She's just so beautiful that I leave her up year round, and I just leave her right there most of the time. So I'm going to try and show you this at a different angle, how I've got my buffet set up. And I just really love looking at this. Oh my gosh, it's just so beautiful. And that centerpiece just really makes everything pop. I really like this area too because a lot of the things in this area I made myself. And so, you know, it always makes you feel good when you look at things that you have put together yourself. And then just to back off so you can kind of see, this is in the living room now. And this is the view I have from the living room. Over here on this wall, I do have my little window that I had made out of dollar store picture frames. And then this wreath I also made last year, and I really like the lavender and everything. It just really pops for spring. So I did put that on there this year also. I just really like the simplicity of it. And basically that is my Easter decorations. Nothing major, just a little touches here and there, but enough to just really brighten up everything. So I hope you have all enjoyed watching today's video and seeing how I place different items in my home and how I've got everything set up. Thank you all so much for watching and spending some of your day with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.